Hey guys, welcome back. Orbomb here. Wow, my intro. Hey guys, welcome back. Orbomb here, bringing you another episode of our TCGO live content. Now today we're doing something I barely ever do on the channel, and that is we're playing Expanded. Now I'm really excited for Expanded. Now that this is gonna be like the post rotation Expanded, like without hex, without puzzles, like all the stuff that gets banned, which I'm really excited about because I think it's really interesting how they are banning all the stuff that makes decks pretty much broken. And there's one deck that I did want to try really badly, and that is Expanded Blaziken. So as we'll be playing today, I played like 2 or 3 test games with this deck just to try to figure out if I can make it more streamlined, and I feel like we did a good job. Before we get into the video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, share, all that good jazz. This might be a little bit of a weird video. I'm not the most experienced Expanded player. I barely play any Expanded. I just play it whenever I need to, like local tournaments or whatever. But we're playing Blaziken today. And this answers the common question of the day. A lot of you guys were answering what you guys want to see me play for post-rotation videos. I'm sorry I don't have another one out, but it's really hard to organize getting post-rotation videos out when I can only record really early in the morning or really late at night. I'm talking with other YouTubers to see who I can record some post-rotation games against. Obviously, there's Sticks. I want to talk to Dennis. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, let me know in the comments down below. Who is your favorite Pokemon Fire Legs Chicken? I don't know. I'm trying to think of a question. I'm just thinking of things. That's a good question. I don't know. I just don't know. What is your least favorite Pokemon set? How about that? Based on whatever you want it to be. What's your least favorite Pokemon set that's ever come out? I don't know what mine is. I just thought of that question off the blue. Dude, I am tired. Holy crap. Am I recording? Okay, everything's recording. Well, this is gonna be a mess. Anyways, Blaziken has 240 HP, which is amazing. This is the main reason why I want to play it, because it has 240 HP, which is very difficult to knock out, and it has Explosive Kick, which is discard 2 Fire Energy from this Pokemon, but it hits for 210. Obviously, you can reattach those 2 Fire Energies using Blacksmith. And the goal is just to take a bunch of knockouts using Explosive Kicks while not being knocked out yourself because of your massive HP stat. You also have Slash for 60 and Blaze Out GX, which discards 2 energy from your opponent's Pokemon. You're not going to be using this GX attack because the only way to get out Blaziken in this deck is using Ho-oh's GX attack, Eternal Flame. We have Sacred Fire as well, because Ho-oh's not a bad attacker. It's 190 HP and a different weakness. Sacred Fire does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Phoenix Burn does 180, and you can't use Phoenix Burn next turn. Then Eternal Flame lets you put 3 in any combination of Fire, Pokemon, GX, or EX from your discard pile onto your bench. So that's how we're getting out Blazikens this game. Just by using our GX attack to put out 3 Blazikens from our discard pile to our bench. So that's kind of the goal here. Excuse me, I had a quick yawn. And there's not really, like, the deck itself is very straightforward, it's very simple. You just want to get out your Blazikens. So let's talk about how we're going to do it. Of course, we have our 2 Shaman's EX, draw up to 6, good stuff. We have 1 Sudowoodo, just to deal with Zoroark, because without Hex Maniac in the format, Sudowoodo has a hard time. Zoroark has a hard time dealing with Sudowoodo, and then there's other decks, like we played against a Deoxys deck on stream, or like Lugia Deoxys, and without all the damage boosters from like all the Deoxys on your bench, Sudowoodo is pretty nice with Roadblock. We're playing 2 Heatrans, with the Boiling Impact attack. The only reason why we're playing this is because Shining Hoopa is looking like it's going to be a threat. You could always play a Rangaroo. That's another option as well. I like the Boiling Impact because you can knock out the Shining Hoopa without the need for them to have a energies on there. So that's pretty nice in its own right. But it's also got Guard Press, which can essentially put them in range if they are holding a Fighting Fury Bell as well with Boiling Impact, because I believe together it's 160, and that's how much HP Hoopa has. So with a belt, of course. So Heatran's pretty cool in its own right. We got ourselves 2 Ho-ohs because we really only want to attack with Blaziken this game. Ho-oh, like I mentioned, backup attacker in case we need to. And I think this is 3 Lele. I am playing a heavy count of Lele. I could probably drop it down to 2, honestly. But I noticed in one of the games it's been a little bit difficult. But if I do feel like I want to add anything to this deck, I'll probably drop 1 Lele. That's some some food for thought for you guys. We got 4 compressors because we want to discard our energies, our supporters, and our Pokemon whenever we just to thin out our deck and just to help us get our combo going. 1 computer search to search pretty much anything from our deck, which is nice. We got 2 blowers because Parallel City is super annoying to this deck, so having 2 blowers is really nice. 1 stretcher just to put back these Heatrans if we're in the right matchup. Pull back the Sudowoodo if we need them, and that's really it, really. 4 males because we want to get out our combo as quickly as possible. We want to make sure that we can put Ho-Oh in the active easily, so we want to make sure we have our flow stones. We want to make sure we get our battle compressors to discard energies, and we want to make sure we get our blacksmith. Ideally, we get all these cards turn 1. I can't guarantee it's going to happen, but in an ideal world, it does happen. And if we can get a manual attachment into a blacksmith, into an Eternal Flame, and get all our Blazikens turn 1, that's best case scenario. If we whiff it, we can just attack with Ho-Oh for a little bit. It's not a big deal. Attacking with Ho-Oh and hitting for 180 is already really good on its own. We did remove Choice Band because hitting for 210 seems to be good enough. I don't know any decks, like Choice Band is one of those cards I will add if I can think of decks that expanded that are prominent that have more than 210 HP for the most part. So until that shows up, I don't really think I need to play Choice Band in this deck. Let's see, we got our 4 Seekers so that we can constantly be using our Blacksmiths over and over again. Ideally, we can use Blacksmith as early as turn 1 and then chain it. We got 1 Colress because draw supporters are good. 1 Colress, 2 Cynthia, 2 Guzma, 1 Lysander, 1 N, or 2 N's and 3 Sycamores. So just, it's kind of like pretty standard supporter stuff. We don't have Hexmaniac anymore. There's no more Getsus. So as far as supporters go, like a couple draw supporters, 3 ways to pull up Pokemon, and then our main accelerator supporter. 4 Flowstones, like I mentioned earlier, and only 8 energies. We only need 8 because we only really need 2 in the discard pile, 1 on the board, like 1 in the active or something like that. So just sense like if we are, whoops, I don't know why I clicked add. If we are like using Ho-Oh, we're going to be retreating after we use our Eternal Flame, and if we manually retreat, we are putting 2 energies in the discard pile, which is enough to fuel up a Blacksmith as well. So the base of the deck is very simple, but simplicity is always really, really good in Pokemon, especially when your simple strategy is a powerful one. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can find a couple good games. We just have to hope we don't see Parallel that much. We could always play our own Parallel. I don't know where this deck is going to be. It should be over here actually. I think it says expanded. Here it is. We could play our own Parallel, but paralleling reduces our own damage, and we don't want to reduce our own bench either. So having your own Parallel is pretty bad, actually. Never mind. Forget about that. There's not many other cards that can prevent stadiums that aren't like attacks or abilities that are like stage 1 abilities, and I don't want to add too many text to this deck because this deck, the reason why this deck is powerful is because it's very straightforward, and I just want to keep it as straightforward as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I just gotta find me that one Tapu Lele Psychic type promo thing, and I'll have 4 more codes. My OCD would be pleased. But I need to clean up my desk, man. I gotta clean up my room. My room's pretty clean for the most part. I just have I have like a bunch of stuff that I put in bags, and I put my bags in the corner of the room because eventually I'm gonna be donating a bunch of stuff. And it's just like my room is not like the biggest thing in the world, so like whenever those things are there, it feels like it takes up a lot of space. All right, so because we don't have that many Pokemon that can just lead, it's sometimes gonna be kind of rough. Like hopefully we don't lead Lele or Shaman, but we can't always control it. If we play against Item Lock, I mean, hopefully we don't have to play against any Trevenants. If I do see any Trevenants, I might just scoop up. Or like any decks that play like Wally or stuff that that's gonna be like broken. You know, the stuff that's like banned in the next format, I guess is what I'm trying to say. If I see against those, I might just scoop it up because that's not really a good example of what I'm trying to show off. Only because the reason why like decks like this can thrive a little bit more, we did Star Ho, which is really nice. The reason why decks like this can thrive a little bit more is because of the new rotation. This opening hand is really nice. We don't get that turn 1 Blacksmith, but we can't attack turn 1 either, so it doesn't really matter. So we can search Sycamore, Floatstone. We can do a couple things here. I think I'm going to do this before I search because I don't know what I want to really find yet. But if I can find a compressor, then I don't have to search for a compressor, which is pretty good. But compressor here means we can put 2 Blazikens. I don't know what we're playing against. It looks like we might be playing like maybe something with Zoroark, 2 Blazikens, and a Blacksmith, I'm thinking. I think we have to find another compressor though, just because I want to put those energies in the discard pile as well. mean, we're going to Sycamore anyways, right? So maybe that's like the best bet. I don't want to attach this Flowstone to anything that isn't like Sudowoodo though. Yeah, I think I'm just going to. I'm not going to attach the Flowstone because I want to be able to manually retreat this Ho-oh. So we'll go ahead and just do this. And we'll grab ourselves another compressor. I feel like that's like the decent play. We already put one blacksmith down there. We just have to put some energies down there. I could discard a third Blaziken. The only problem is that you're forced to put out 3 Blazikens onto your bench, which is cool, but like it's not the most ideal thing because you have already an attacker in Ho-oh as well. And having 3 Blazikens being forced onto your bench sometimes fills up your bench really quickly, and that's not something you want to do all the time. But I don't know. Maybe it is worth. I just don't want to draw into Blaziken, so I guess we'll just do it right now because our bench is empty. Like we don't have Lele's or anything on the bench right now. It's probably worth because we're already going like we already have so much going on for us. Like we have Blacksmith, we have Heatran, we have Ultra Ball that can get us a Sudowoodo right away. We have a draw supporter in Colress. It's not ideal, but it's something. We didn't get a manual attachment though, which is not great because which means we're gonna have to play a draw supporter next turn. Just because I don't think we're going to be using you this matchup, I'm going to toss you. And I kind of want to toss Chorus, because I don't know if he's going to get a full bench. But I do want to put down a Sudowoodo this turn. Yeah, I want to put down a Sudowoodo. Just like nice early game disruption. Because if he is playing like something with Magnezone, he probably needs a lot of bench space, right? So Sudowoodo is already pretty good on its own right. Also, if you guys hear any background noise, it's because my family is being very funny and loud. It happens. They're just hanging out, which I want to hang out with them, but I have to record this video before I go to work, so let's see what my opponent's playing. I'm afraid of Noivern too. I'm afraid of a lot of things, but he shouldn't be able to, actually, no, yeah, if he's, as long as he's not playing Wally, he shouldn't be able to item lock me turn 1 if he is playing Noivern. And at this point in the game, all we need to do is draw an energy. That's the only thing that sucks about this deck as well, is that I want to play more energies, but I don't really know how I'm going to do it. Executes and Guzma, and here's the Bridget. That's a support for the turn. Let's see what he's playing. Alright, it is Zoroark Magnezone. Alright, cool. So hopefully there's no Hex Maniacs in this deck, or I mean there's probably going to be puzzles. I can probably work with puzzles, but I don't want to work with Hex. There's an Ultra Ball. It's not what I want to see, but man, that really sucks actually. We're gonna have to you're gonna have to dig with Shaman. That's never good because that's like an easy knockout for my opponent. I'm going to keep a Cynthia in hand, but I need to find an energy this turn. So let me grab Shaman here. And I have 5 energies in the deck, 6 energies in the deck actually. So I'm actually going to use this Blacksmith now and just really hope I get my energies off this Shaman. I'm drawing 5 off the Shaman. There's another one in the deck too, so maybe we'll get something here. And we're already like half the deck deep. There it is. All right, cool. So I was pretty confident in that, so I'm going to go ahead and just Eternal Flame here and get our Blazikens out. Blazikens are very hard for a Sudowoodo to deal with, or for a Zoroark to deal with, especially if they don't get their choice bands down early. But now we have to blacksmith some more, and we already lost 3 blacksmiths, bro. We don't have any seekers in our hand. We lost 3 blacksmiths and a seeker. That's a big yikes. Alright, so we get the benefit of this, which is cool, because I was hoping to get the bench space. And we can blow her now and play down a couple Lele's and drop a Shaman, which is pretty good. I mean, like I said, we can manually retreat here, but we don't have the energy yet, so there's still problems, right? Like, you have to draw more energies. So I might increase the energy count, maybe drop one of these Lele's for another energy. That's an option. There's a Colors for 7? 8. For 8. It's a lot of cards, man. Imagine having Colors in Standard right now. Ugh, man, I love it. So we can Oko these beautiful, wonderful Zoroarks, which is kind of what we want to do. If we can get a manual attachment here as well, we can just knock out whatever's in front of us, which is cool as well. Nothing here has 50 HP, which is not great, but whatever. So what do you guys think about Zoroark in the next format, like the next expanded format? I think that Sudowoodo puts on too much pressure for Zoroark to do well, but Zoroark could always just like knock it out every turn. It's not like it's outside of range. It's in range even with the Sudowoodo on the board. But they have to Guzma it every single time. And if you can consistently put out the Sudowoodo, then you kind of disrupt a lot of what Zoroark does. Although Zoroark Magnezone is one of my favorite builds. It's so funny. Zoroark Magnezone might be one of the few decks that can actually pull it off, though. Because you can Guzma and do a bunch of other things that turn. And then you can just use as many supporters as you like. 2 supporters a turn, but 2 supporters a turn feels extremely powerful. It's so strong when you can play an extra supporter a turn. But we need to find another energy. So we have 5 more in the deck, 23 cards with the 5 in our hand. We have 28 cards in the deck left. If we can top deck an energy, that'd be best case scenario. Let's see what happens. You can play an extra supporter this turn, so I just don't like playing at Zoroark because look how long these turns take, man. It takes so long. Playing online sometimes is annoying for this reason. Alright, let's see. What's he doing? He can attack me. Which means I really need to find an energy off this top deck. 5 out of 23. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. Because we're going to get 2 KO'd here, which is not great. Yep. Is there anything I can do? Not really. I can't Phoenix Burn to knock this out. Not having an energy in hand is pretty annoying. I don't really want to use my blowers. I'll just Cynthia here, see what I can find. No energy still, man. That's pretty rough. So we're gonna have to increase the energy count from the looks of it. Like, that much is obvious. Alright, let's still go ahead and try to thin a little bit. How good is Heatran in this matchup? Boiling Impact hits 130. I can hit him for 50, but that's only 180. I can maybe hit a Magnezone and put it in range. That's probably what I will do. Look at this full bench, man. It's not ideal. Give me a manual attachment at least for the turn. How about that? Come on. Come on! What is going on? This is so frustrating, man. There's 5 energies in the deck. Hook a man up with something. With something. Alright, so I'm still trying to find my blowers so I can get rid of my shamans. So I have enough cards to do that. And all my shamans on board. Because like this Pokemon can just like win the game from here. We haven't found a blower yet. Alright, let's compress because not drawing an energy has been a big pain in the butt for me. So let's compress a little bit. See what we can drop here. Drop a Lele. This is so annoying. Alright, let's drop a Lele. We don't really need Ultra Ball anymore either. I don't want to lose my draw supporters. And I don't want to really use Ultra Ball anymore. Because we don't have to discard anything in our hand. So we'll just drop these 3. And we're going to Sacred Fire this. And hopefully we can top deck an energy. There's 5. So we dug pretty deep. I don't know what to do after this, man. If we don't top deck an energy, this is just horrible luck, man. Like there's 5 energies in the deck. So like this is more than just like low energy count. This is just bad luck. We have 13 cards left in our deck and we don't have we can't draw one. I mean, I guess altogether is 18. That's still a 25% chance, which increase whenever you do some shuffle drawing and discard drawing and stuff. So I don't know. He'll take the first prizes. I get to come in with a blacksmith and ideally a energy. And if I can find my blower as well, I can drop my boys. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can drop 2 Pokemon if I find a blower. And then I can just attack. Like, I get 2 knockouts per Blaziken. As long as I can blacksmith that Blaziken. And I have 4 blacksmiths available to me. So I'm not too worried about that part. But as long as I can knock it out every time I blacksmith, I should be okay. And there's a choice band. I don't know what choice band really does for my opponent. He hits 130 now, so I guess he can knock out Shamans in one hit. So we're going to have to try to get rid of that as soon as we can. Alright, let's see if we can get ourselves a freaking energy now. That'd be really appreciated. It'd be nice if we got a blacksmith previous turns too. But yeah, that's why I only discard 2 energies at a time. But I might have to discard 3 just so that I can use blacksmith on turns where I'm not planning on attacking as well. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, we got an energy, finally. So now we can take a knockout here. We just have to be careful because he's going to Lysander every turn. And now he has like the slight advantage. Which means we have to find ourselves a blower. Because he looks like he's going to win. Because we whiffed that a knockout turn. We'll see what happens. But I'm probably going to drop one of these Lele's for another fire energy. Like I said, these decks are not the most tested decks ever. We're just working on them now. But what he's probably going to do here is probably going to knock out... Well, he needs to get himself another choice band. But he can knock out a Shaman here. Which means we have to draw a Floatstone, or a Blower. Just to get rid of the Shaman on the bench. That sucks whenever you play down Shaman and you don't find what you need. That's like the worst feeling, bro. I'm like complaining a lot. I'm sorry for complaining so much. I'm just angry. I'm triggered. I'm triggered bum. Trigger bum. Alright. Let's see what happens here. I'm assuming he's getting a Lele. A Guzma. Yeah, it works. Will he go for Sudowoodo? I think he'll just go for Shaman and try to close out the game. The cool thing about this is that my Blaziken's not damaged, so this gives me a free turn to play. Oh, he is going for Sudowoodo. That's really awkward for my opponent, at least. I mean, sure, they get a bigger bench, but they can't hit 240, right? They only hit 210 max. They have to play Stadium Kukui to take a knockout. And they can't play Stadium and keep their Skyfield, right? Is there any way for them to take a knockout? I'm going to just go on a whim and say they can't. The Blower is really nice. So I think I have to bench... Well, I need to bench 2 Pokemon if Blower's going to work for me. Because now there's only... Yeah, I can't do it. I would have to give it an extra turn. So... There's no more blacksmiths. So we're in Seeker City now. I don't really see a need for me... Yeah, because, right, they hit for 20 damage for each Pokemon on their bench, right? For each of your Pokemon in play. So if they have 8, 9... Yeah, they only hit 180 with a choice band that's 210. So they're still short 30. Kukui makes it... Yeah, and they can't... Okay, so I'm just going to go off the assumption that they can't do it. I have to thin my deck some more to draw something, so I'm going to play this... I'm going to play this blower... This compressor here. Let's drop... I want to keep the Stretcher. How badly do I want to keep energy? I don't really want to keep energy. Because energy is not a Seeker. We don't have any more of the other things either. And right now... Well, Manual Attachment can win me the game too. So let's not drop the energy. Let's drop the N, Cynthia, and let's drop 1 energy. This Flowstone can help me win as well. Let's play Lele down. Just to get a supporter into my hand. As well, which there's no more supporters to get. Oh, never mind. That's probably not the... I should have thought about that. Alright, so we have 3 Seekers left in the deck. We're going to Blacksmith here. And we'll take another knockout. I'm debating if playing Blower now is even worth my time. I guess we can force him to find another Skyfield, although I don't know how important that is. If he plays another Skyfield, we can play down and we get Stretcher and another Pokemon. We can still potentially win. We'll kick here. Let's see what we get off this. Guzma and Ho-oh. Not really cards I need right now. We just need Blacksmith, man. We thinned down as much as we could. We now have a 3 in 8 chance. So almost a 50% chance of drawing Blacksmith for game. since everything gets knocked out. He can Seeker, but he doesn't win the game here, unless he has a way to secretly take 3 prizes at the same time. I'm assuming he's going to Guzma and N at the same time. If he ends us down to 2, we have 8 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 13 cards. We're drawing 2, 3. I think it gives us like around a 30% chance of winning, I think. 13. With 3 Seekers left, 3 over 13. Oh, he does play the Hex. Ugh. I mean, Hex is not a big deal because we can't, it doesn't really help us at all. It doesn't really make us win the game less or not. The only thing that sucks is he can knock out Heatran. Well, he can only hit 120 though. So actually, if he doesn't play down Skyfield next turn, then we can win this game with... Well, we can just wait an extra turn to win the game. We'll have to end ourselves down, but it's another possibility now. Candy. Oh yeah, I didn't even realize he hadn't got out the Magzone this whole game. Get your Magzone out, dude. What you doing? There's another Skyfield. Okay, now he can do it. So, yikes. All right. Oh, it was one of those times where I wish I had the Oricorio in this deck too, which I'm surprised I don't play it. I guess I completely forgot about Night March when I was building this deck. I mean, Night March doesn't have the easiest time knocking you out either, especially if you play that Lysander's Prism Stadium, Star Stadium thingy, which I probably should have been playing in this deck, but whatever. That's fine. Let's see if we can top deck. Yeah, we didn't get it. But we do have N, and that gives us an extra turn. Hopefully. Actually, I can just get Shaman, right? Or he hexed me, didn't he? I think he played Hex. Let me double check. I'm going to assume he played Hex. I wasn't actually paying attention because I was checking recording content. But if he plays... I'm assuming he played Hex. Alright, he did play Hex. Dope. Why can't I use a supporter? Oh, he didn't play Hex. Oh, well, never mind. We'll drop you down. If we get Blower, we can toss something, I guess. I don't know. Just tossing things for the sake of tossing them. And hopefully he doesn't get anything amazing off of this N1. That's the dream. We got 2 Fire Energies. Count them, 2. And we just manually attach. That way we don't really need to find something next turn. And we can hit him with a Slash, I guess. Sure. We'll slash it up. Let's see if he wins. He needs to have Guzma for game, and playing 2 supporters a turn is pretty nice. He can maybe find a draw supporter plus a Guzma, but I don't think he'll be able to find Puzzle, at least unless he finds a draw supporter, of course. But that's why I was holding on to that N the whole game, because I figured something like this would happen as soon as he knocked out Sudowoodo, and it looks like we win. So GG, well played. That was fun. It looks, now I'm drawing energies every turn, so that's a huge yikes. But that was a really awkward turn in game 1. I'm not gonna lie, not having those energies really sucked. So I think I'm gonna quickly put in a 9th energy, and hopefully we don't get a hand overrun with energies, because that's another problem. That's what happens when you play too many energies in the deck. Obviously 9 is not too many, but if you do play like a lot of energies in the deck, they can clump up your hands and ruin your like combo strategies, right? That's why I try to avoid playing too many. But that game, I mean, like I said, I haven't played too many games. So off of that one experience, I want to play a 9th energy. But maybe there'll be another experience I want to go back down to 8. We still won that game after all. And not drawing energies throughout the game was purely like luck based, to be honest. Let's be real. So let's go ahead and get another game. Alright, hopefully we can find one. I know not a lot of people are playing Expand. Everyone's really excited about this new Worlds format stuff. I don't really get it, man. If I'm not playing Worlds format, like, if I'm not going to Worlds, I don't really care to play Worlds format. That's just me. I am a loser. I guess. I don't know. I gotta... You know what I think I gotta do? I think I gotta stop collecting ETBs because they take up too much space as well. I just gotta stop collecting stuff. Like, I love Pokemon, but I don't have like a storage room for stuff collecting. Hey, let's find a game. That'd be great. Hey, computer. Hey, you want to just like, you know, direct me in the thank you. Appreciate you. We're playing against something. Looks like it might be Night March. Now I wish I put that Oricorio, which I just mentioned and I totally forgot to throw it in. So that's just me being dumb. But we'll see if we can play around Oricorio. He's really, really careful because we don't want to play down Ho-oh until the turn we can play Oricorio. Oh, this is really rough. Going first. I guess I still want to set up. And if it's Night March, I don't want them to play like Getsis and screw me over. Oh, look, this is good. Boiling Impact, Guard Press does pretty well. So, it's not bad. The opening hand's not great, but leading with Heatran's not bad. Because Heatran is a pretty decent attacker. We can Float Stone the Heatran. I'm not going to Blacksmith onto the Heatran. Not yet, at least. I'll wait till the proper turn. Do I care about their stadium? I do, but at the same time I don't, because I'm not going to be able to stop it that easily. So let me just go ahead and Sycamore here. This also puts like a lot of stuff in the discard pile I need to be discarded. One Blacksmith, one Energy, and a Guzma. It just sucks for losing Blower at the same time. But if we can get ourselves some compressors and stuff, then we have a pretty decent turn 2 happening. We did not get any yet. I kind of want to attach. I'm super afraid of like Guzma, but I think they have to start their turn with some decent draw supporters. Let me just see what we can get off this first. How about that? Compressor. It just sucks that we don't have Seeker or a way to really do much of anything yet. I'm going to compress though. I'm going to give myself a 2 Blazikens and think of Fire Energy. That puts 2 in the discard pile. I'm not going to be able to use Blacksmith next turn unless I get like decent draws here. Or my opponent ends me. I think I put 1 energy down there. It's so risky like attaching though. Because I'm going to give up 2 prizes when I'm attacking with Ho-oh, so I should probably wait to a proper time to attach to Ho-oh. So I'm going to do it next turn. I'm not going to do it this turn. I'll play down Ho-oh and then attach to it and do everything next turn. Not a big deal. No problem. Because I'm probably going to end, so I can't exactly Blacksmith this turn. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, but Oricorio wouldn't be bad in this deck. It does help you a lot in these matchups, so I think I need to play Oricorio in here as well. What's he do? What did he grab? I don't know what he grabbed. I think he grabbed Guzma. Alright, let's see. There's a DCE. So he's going to try to knock me out. As long as he takes 1 prize, I'm fine. Let's see who's got in their hand. Yep, here comes the Night March. Hand looked pretty rough for my opponent. I guess he didn't want to play down the Shaman, because like this thing can happen. We got Flow Stone in hand, so it's not a big deal. See, the thing that sucks here is that I could have potentially won next turn if I just attached. From the looks of it at this point, at least. It looks like my opponent has a pretty dead hand. Nice. Oh, man. Now I regret my play. Oh, this is really good, though. This is, like, super good, because I get my Blazikens out, right? I only need 2, so... Yeah, this is really good. Okay, for a second I thought I only had 1 in the discard pile, and I had, like, a heart attack. And we'll GX. This leaves me a bench space for Lele as well, in case I need it. I'm really hoping my opponent will end me at some point. This will leave bench for like Shaman. It just leaves good bench space available to me, which is nice. I have a fighting resist too, so if he's going to attack me, it has to be with Joltik. And if he attacks me with Joltik, I can start taking knockouts with Guard Press, which is also super nice. So look at that. Look at that. Multi-purpose Heatran. The multi-purpose Heatran. I respect it. There's a Guzma. What's he doing? He's just getting out of Blaziken. That kind of sucks, because now I have to find another blacksmith and a thing. Oh wow, this is... Oh, I don't want to play N now at all. I kind of have to, though, which is not good by any means. Alright, let's play the N. Because I can't be behind when he has a Rankroot down. Oh man, this is just a pain. Let's do this first before I do anything else. Seeker's pretty good. How important is Ultra Ball? I don't know if he'll be able to get the 120 attack this turn. I just have to hope he doesn't, I guess. Because I'm going to get something this turn. But I don't have his energy in hand. So I'm going to have to play down Shaman. I can thin, but there's no point in thinning more than what I'm about to do. Alright. First things first, let's go ahead and grab ourselves a Shaman. Because I need to get either a basic energy this turn or a compressor. Because I'm going to get something off this. So let's play the Shaman. My god, why is my luck just horrible? Alright, how am I going to do this now? I have the compressor, I think. This is like really annoying. I'm not gonna lie. This is really annoying. I'm gonna wait till next turn before I do anything. It doesn't change anything if I do it this turn. I just have to pass. I can always like Guzma. I can get a basic energy and Guzma up something with Ho-Oh and take a knockout that way, I guess. Like, this is not ideal by any means, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I gotta see, is that Lysander? I think that Lysander Prism's out. I haven't even touched that card, bro, if it does exist. So I'm gonna have to look into that. He's gonna take the first couple of prizes, which is not great. But he has 2 Marshadows down, which is really good for me. I think this gives it 190 HP, which kind of sucks, but that floats so much. That blowers, man. Stop blowing away my cards, bro. How about that? Okay, so I can always manually retreat and computer search for a basic energy and blacksmith, I guess. I don't even have to get a basic energy. I can just slash. Because he hits for like 20 for each in the discard pile. Which means he needs to get 12. Which he can't do. He can get 11 and a choice band, right? 11 and a choice band would work. Which means he has to have none prized. 4, 7, and that means he can't do it at all because of his Joltiks. So he can't get a knockout this turn, which is really nice. Which gives me a turn to like Guzma and take a Sacred Fire knockout on something. Which we have a million cards in our hand, so I don't see why we don't do that. Guzma up this one, take a Sacred Fire knockout. Or I could Guzma up a Marshadow and just knock it out. He'll take 2 prizes in return, and then I can blacksmith again. So I think that's what I want to do. We can computer search for a basic energy. And we can Guzma. That's what I'm going to do. Because apparently getting basic energy is just not in my playbook. Alright, let's get Guzma. I mean, he's mapping out the prizes for me, so we'll take those. Phoenix Baron. That also doesn't increase his damage for Joltik. So yeah, we'll do this. I thought we had 5 left in the deck. Didn't we? I thought we had 5. Maybe we grabbed 1. I guess okay. I was just wondering, like, I don't think there's any energies prizes. I thought I saw 5 with 4 on my board, but I guess I saw 5 before I grabbed it. But those just supported for the turn. So he's definitely going to knock me out, of course. That's not a big deal. No things in his discard pile. He's not going to be using Dimension Value this matchup, so I'm not too worried about it. Man, yeah, Oricorio would be amazing in this deck. I don't know why I'm not playing Oricorio. That is really dumb on my part. Well, now you know, guys. Play Oricorio. Because these Joltics are really good in this matchup, and then Oricorio comes in and just knocks out multiple Joltics. And even puts this in range of a potential Sacred Fire in the future. Or even like a Slash. Like, yeah, Oricorio is so good in this matchup. I don't know why I'm not playing Oricorio. That's really dumb of me. That's 4, 7, 8. So now he hits 160, 190 with a Choice Band. I come in Blacksmith Slash. The only thing that sucks now is that he has Guzma targets. But I did take the first 2 prizes, so I have that advantage. I could always attack with this as well, and just guard press knockout. I'm going to do that. That sounds so stupid. I'm going to do it though. Just a 1 prize attacker, I can manually attach and blacksmith this turn. Although, ending sounds really good, but we're going to blacksmith. Yep, we're just going to guard press. Take our prize with Heatran. It's not an Oricorio, but it does the job, I guess. Although now I know for the future to play Oricorio, which would make this matchup so much easier as long as it's not prized. I just want to thin my deck more so I don't get end down to like lose. The Slash gets me some knockouts too, so I could just manually attach Slash whatever attacks me and end this turn as well, which is good because I definitely need to end my opponent down. Or if he doesn't knock this out, I can manually attach to this to Boiling Impact. But yeah, we definitely have to end this turn. I'm assuming he's gonna knock me out with this, which is good bait for sure. It's really good bait, but I'm not gonna fall for the bait. Actually, the question is now, do I attack with Boiling Impact to put 130 on the damage on this thing? 130 plus 60 is 190, which is enough for a knockout. So yes, I think the answer is I do Boiling Impact, right? It's discarding 2 energies, which kind of sucks, but I think it's the right play here. I don't like ending myself down to 3. Oh, this is good. I can Ultra Ball. But I don't want to Ultra Ball anything in my hand right now, because I'm going to probably use Shaman the following turn. Yeah, I'm going to make this play. I don't like using a Seeker, but we have another Blacksmith in the deck, and we have how many Seekers left? 1 in our hand, 1 in the discard pile. So we have 1 more Seeker in the deck as well. Okay, so we might be fine. Between Shaman and like the other draw spores we have, we should be okay. Yes. And my opponent down to 2. Okay, we got the Shaman, which is good. We're not taking a knockout here. Oh, does he have Guzma? He has Guzma. That sucks. That's a shame. Oh well. Yeah, Oricorio would have been like super cinch in this matchup. I'm very upset that we don't have it. Unless he's slow rolling me. Let's see what he gets. Oh, he got it. Alright, we'll just scoop it up then. Alright, well now you know that without Oricorio, that matchup is pretty rough. And it's my fault for forgetting it. Like I said, I started this video by saying I'm not the most experienced expanded player. I wasn't thinking about 9 March right away. Which is kind of weird, but whatever. Like I said, I haven't played expanded in what feels like years. Anyways, so in that, I would play an Oricorio. So what would you drop for it though? I don't think you drop Heatran because you still like Shining Hoopa becomes incredibly strong post rotation expanded. So I don't want to drop that. I gotta keep the blower count high because of parallel. So I think you just go back to playing 8 energies, but the ninth energy felt pretty nice, that matchup, so I don't want to do that either. I think I drop a Sycamore. Yeah, because playing so many supporters doesn't make too much sense because we are trying to use Blacksmith every turn. So it might even be worth dropping another draw support like a Cynthia or something and playing a Palpad, just to put the Blacksmiths back in your deck as well, if you have multiple Blacksmiths down there. But for the time being, I'm pretty happy with this. I think we can... No, it's already been 45 minutes. All right, cool. Well, now you know. Because I could have taken 2 prizes earlier that game, which would have won me the game, obviously. Also, if I knocked out multiple Joltics. Like I said, it's impossible for Night March to take a knockout on you unless they knock out one Blaziken from full with a suicidal like Marsh Shadow attack. Because then you just pull up another Blaziken and finish it off the following turn, right? Because in order for them to hit 240... they need to play, because I don't know of many ways that they can boost damage output that Night March itself actually plays. So they would have to play cards like, they would have to have all 12 Night Marches in the discard pile to hit 240 with Marsh Shadow. Or they would have to have 11 with a Choice Band attached. Or a Night Marcher itself has to have 11 with a Choice Band attached. So as you can see, 240 HP is a massive HP number that Night March is a really hard time hitting, and if they do hit it, they're putting themselves in a really bad position. And if they have 12 Pokemon discard pile, your Oricorio hits for 12 damage counters, which is a little bit insane. Even if they have like 6 or 7 with that game, he had 7 like turn 1. I could have knocked out 2 Joltics whenever I wanted and only lost 1 prize card in return. So there's a lot of benefit to playing the Oricorio. I don't know why my deck isn't open. I was literally talking about playing another game, but it's already been 45 minutes, so there's not really a point in doing that. Let me know what you guys think, though. I think the Blaziken deck is really strong. We did match up against Zoroark pretty well, although we did have Sudowoodo. He was also playing Hex, so obviously there's that. I'm trying to think of other matchups where this could be a problem, but hitting 210 is just so good in this format. I could look at like a Japanese tier listing real quick. Or not a Japanese tier listing, an expanded tier listing. Like, let me go to Limitless. We're just going to talk for a little bit, guys. Hopefully you guys like to chill out and listen to the conversation. But I haven't actually done this yet. I'm going to go to a tournament, an expanded tournament that happened recently. Let's see. How do I know if it's expanded? It should tell me somewhere, right? Here it is. It says right here where the S is. Here's one. Roanoke Regionals was expanded. The only Pokemon that has more than 210 HP is Wailord. Wailord is one of those things where you just have to, like, because like they can't energy disrupt you, Sacred Fire in itself is a pretty decent attack because it can put Wailord in range of attacks. So I think what you do in that matchup, even if you get out Blaziken, right, you slash into Explosive Kick as often as you can. Every time they whiff a healing turn, you just slash and Explosive Kick, and they can't really disrupt you that much because you play 4 Seekers for Blacksmith, so disruption is not going to be as good. Also, another card that I don't even remember talking about earlier is it was Lysander something, right? Here it is. It's just Lysander. For each of your fire Pokemon play, put a Pokemon from your opponent's discard pile in the Lost Zone. You could also play this. I think the Oricorio is just better, honestly. You can discard the DCEs, I suppose, but is that really, like, you're taking an Oko every turn, and you're never going to have time to play this card because you're playing Blacksmith or a Guzma every turn, or even a draw supporter like N or something. So I'm not too sure if I'm keen with the strategy, so I don't think I'd play this card. I think it's stick with Oricorio, and that should win you your games. Let's see what else is in here. Item lock is not a huge deal as long as you're very careful with how you play your cards. Like, obviously, by the time it gets to the late game, they could probably take knockouts on you, but 12 items is a lot in the discard pile. And you only really care about fighting your battle compressors. So even if you play all 4 battle compressors and all 4 ultra trainer mails, that's only 8 items, which means they're still not taking a knockout on you, which is good. Trevenant is going to be less prevalent once rotation hits, because they can't use Wally turn 1, so you're not going to be item locked right away. Zoroark's not a big deal. Giratina, you don't play any special energies, you don't play any stadiums, so that's not going to be a big deal. Toad could be a problem, because Toad can hit you for, like, what, 120, which is a 2-hit KO. I mean, you Oko Toads, which is really nice, and item locking doesn't really stop you from Okoing Toads, at least not, I mean, for the most part it doesn't. If Toad becomes a huge deal, I can maybe play like a third Lele, even a fourth Lele, just to get your blacksmiths as often as you possibly can, and dropping some items or stuff that that get in the way. So that's an option. Greninja is annoying. Greninja is definitely annoying. How do you beat Greninja? I guess you attack with Ho-Oh. You just Ho-Oh Guzma every turn. Get that Phoenix Burn going, since Ho-Oh is not weak to water. So there you go. There's an answer, Greninja. You use Phoenix Burn a lot. And then you can attack with this as well. This does knock out the Greninjas before they become, what's it called? Before they become breaks, and then this can put things in range of breaks, which is really good. So there you go. You have some small options. I don't know what else you would play for Greninja though. If Greninja is a huge deal with its ability, you can always just play. You can always play Giratina promo. But yeah, I just built this deck on the fly. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they think this deck is not good. I think this deck has so much potential because you have so much deck space in this deck. Because you're not playing the evolutionary pieces. All you're doing is playing like 1 or 2 Ho-Ohs and the 3 Blazekins and put them in a discard pile with compressors. And that's really the strategy. And then you play blacksmiths. Like, that's your strategy, right? Which means you have the entirety of the deck to just prepare for other threats that could be a problem. So obviously Sudowoodo deals for those big bench decks. This deals with Shining Hoopa decks. And then everything else. This deals with Night March deck, and then everything else in this deck is just consistency, except for this, which deals with parallel. So as you can see, I think it's really, really cool. I like the deck a lot. Let me know what you guys think down below. I could do another video with this deck and play like 3 or 4 games. I might even do like a whole stream of Blaziken and could upload the whole stream. Let me know if you guys would ever be interested in that, because I really want to play. Like, there's not many expanded decks I like playing. I like playing Lucario a lot. I like playing Blaziken a lot. And that's pretty much it. Focus Sash could be a problem for this deck as well, so maybe you have to up your blower count. I don't know. You don't want to play too many items though. Anyways, I digress. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.